Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac season 3, episode 6. OMG, it seems like next episode is going to be off the chain. But let me say, Sharice did come for Candy at the cookout dinner when she said, "Your mom, you tell me your mom pays your rent." While Giselle was saying, "Oh, tell me what else your mother paid for. Your mother does this, your mother does that." So, anyways, Karen did tell, Candace, keep your secrets to yourself. Don't run your mouth. Everybody don't need to know your business. But Candace feels like she wants to be open and honest with the ladies, and they're taking it and they're gonna use it for what it's worth. So, but it is crazy how you have Candace's mom is so overbearing. She's very dominant, and she's financially successful and financially well off, and she's helping her daughter, and she's in her life, and she's kind of a thorn in her daughter's side with her trying to get her wedding together, coming to visit for a week and staying for like a week or a month because they're sharing a house. And her mom kind of got control. And then you got Ashley. Ashley's situation is her mom is very weak. Her mom is obedient to this guy. Her mom is not financially set or financially well off, and she depends on Ashley and her husband to actually financially take care of her. So it's like, damn, both of their mom from one extreme to the next. Ashley mom is very, very, less self-sufficient, and you got Candace mom that is very dominant and very self-sufficient. So it's like one extreme from the other. Like, damn, if they can just meet in the middle, maybe that'll be something cool. So anyways, we start off with Karen. Karen's feeling lonely. She's feeling sad and blue because her daughter's going to college and she ain't got nobody else around. And basically Ray's busy. Ray won't talk to her about the taxes. He won't tell her anything that's going on because he doesn't want her to be a part of the conspiracy or have anything to do with the taxes. This is what they telling us. They keeping it on the low. They don't want nobody to know what's really going on. So anyways, keep it on the low. So basically Karen's gonna start her beauty empire because she got icon hair, and she's coming out with a fragrance, and she's gonna make it magnificent, but she needs some money and she needs some help from Ray. And Ray was like, please try to do it on your own. Please don't ask me for no money. I ain't got it. He was like, build them from the bottom up, like, really try to do this on your own. So anyways, Karen's like, I got my own money. I'm broke. I got ducats. I got cash. I was like, okay, whatever you guys want to sell, just keep selling it. And sell what you want to sell on the show. Hopefully it all works out. So anyways, the ladies, three of the ladies meet up. Ashley, Sharice, and Monique, they meet up and they go to the spa, whatever, and they're gonna get frozen. You know what I mean? They're gonna go inside this machine. It's gonna be like below zero in there, below the coldest place in the world. Basically, freeze them, and then once they come out, they have excellent blood flow and all that other good stuff. Really is good for rejuvenation, basically. And then they're gonna get on a machine where it massages their blood flow, that everything flows right and equally, get all that good energy, get that blood going everywhere it needs to go. So, but anyways, while while they're bonding and everything, basically they bring up, oh, let's talk about, Candace brings up, oh, what about the bubble ball game or whatever, the bubble ball game or whatever. And so basically they was talking about it. And so actually, Candace was like, so what did you guys think about it or whatever? And basically they started saying, well, the problem was, your mom pays for everything. It started to talk about her mom, basically, and Candace was like, you guys were, hazing me, giving me the third degree, asking me all types of questions. But it's fine if you guys want to ask me these questions, but it just seems like it just went negative, that it was negative. And that's what, Karen was telling her, like, yo, listen, these ladies are going to take what you say and twist it to something else. So be careful. So don't say nothing about your business. So anyway, Candace continues to say, you guys can ask me questions when she see that they're going negative, and Giselle and Sharice don't mean her no good. And Ashley is her friend, but Ashley is low key and pushing her friend out there too. So is Monique pushing Candace out there to speak up and to say things. They're getting Candace and telling Candace that she got to do more. She got to defend herself. She got to stick up for herself. But we hear from Ashley that Monique just really wants Candace to really go towards Giselle because Monique and Sharice are cool, they're good friends or whatever. That's like her sister from another mother. So it is what it is. So anyways, And so, Sharice was like, well, you was talking about what your mom pays for, your mom does this or whatever. But, Sharice was being shady too as well, because remember when she seen the invitations at Monique's house, Sharice was like, oh, look at these kitty invitations. I'm not even going to look at them. Them not even adult invitations. Like, come on with the soccer ball. She was already shading Candace. And then she shaded her when it was eating at the park, and she said, so your mom pays your rent. Hold on, what, your mom pays your rent? But basically, Monique was saying, well, Giselle was the one that said, I mean, but your mom paying your bills, your mom paying for everything. Tell me what else your mom pays for. So basically, they're trying to show her like, hey, listen, they was coming at you negative. You should have said something or whatever. So it is what it is. And it's like, so it seems like Sharice and Candace is getting off to a very, very rocky start again. And it's just like Sharice, she gets up, she leaves, she bounces or whatever, but it's nothing really soft. It's just like, Candace is just like, yo, my mom is helping me. My mom's able to help me, I know a lot of people that has assistance from their parents and stuff like that. And, basically, Candace is just saying like, I'm not laying on my back for her. My mom wants to help me and support me because, I'm her child, basically, and she's helping me. And then, Sharice was like, how old are you? She was like, I'm 30. She was like, okay, then. And then, Candace was like, your mom don't help you or your people don't help you out. She was like, no, they don't help me out. They don't help me out. No, I do everything on my own. Well, Candace has a step up. She has some security going around. She probably got good credit, and she got a good mama that got some finance, that want to finance to help her daughter. But in the meantime, putting her with that finance, she got to jump through some hoops, like have her mother pick out her dress, have her mother be in control of her wedding, basically, and having her mom coming to the house that she lives with her husband, that she shares with her mom. The mom can stay there for a whole week or a month on one of the floors. So like, if she wants something, if she wants more privacy and things like that, she's gonna have to like, lessen some of that handout that she's getting from her mama. Just like, Ashley mom needs to lessen the handout that she's getting from Ashley and her husband Michael. So it is what it is with that situation. So you see, both of them are not, no one's really in a great situation. And then that's when, Candace was like, so what are you doing with your boo or your husband, whatever? And Candace was like, I'm divorced. I'm going through a divorce right now. So, And that's when Candace was like justifying showing her ring. But Monique was shady when she said, oh, he might have got some type of money because look at this ring. She only pointed that out because she knew Sharice was going to take the bait and say, did your mom pay for it? Because they were all thinking that because, Candace is saying that her mom does this, her mom does that. So they're probably assuming Candace picked out her ring, her mom paid for it, and she's telling people that she's telling people that Chris paid for it. But, nobody would actually say that and be that rude unless you just want to be rude and disrespectful. But you assume like, okay, if whoever paid for it, she got the ring and she's wearing it, regardless. But what's his name? Chris got a little bit of money. He got a restaurant, right? He got to have some type of, I know he got an overhead, but he got to be making some type of profit, right? Because that food did look good, and they were all licking their fingers and wiping it on Candace's t-shirts because she didn't have no napkins. So it is what it is with that situation. So I'm just like, whatever. So then, that brings, Sharice to talk to Ashley about her situation with her and Michael or whatever. And so Ashley was like, I'm just in this tough spot. She got to decide whether she's going to continue to help her mom, or is she going to, agree with her husband and cut her mom off totally. And she's fighting with that decision because she really don't want to do that. So it is what it is with that situation. I was just like, damn. But, so then after that, when I was in the shop or whatever, that's when, what's her name? Monique and, Ashley was talking about, oh, you think Candace is gonna make it on this trip because Ashley's inviting them to this spa, this retreat or whatever. I don't know how Candace is gonna make it through. And it was like, well, she gotta say something, she gotta defend herself or whatever. Like when they say something to her and they throwing shade, she gotta throw shade back. She gotta catch it, read it, understand it, and give it back to him immediately. And so Candace is listening. Candace was like, I am gonna do it. So basically, they're also giving her support to say, hey, listen, don't let these ladies walk all over you. But I think Candace should pick and choose when she wants to throw shade and how she's going to throw shade, and what she wants to let go and what she doesn't want to let go. Because she can have the battery in her back, but she don't have to use the battery that they're putting in her back immediately. She can wait when the time is right to do it, because she is new on the show. Or she could do it immediately, but as long as she's doing it for herself and not because they're putting a battery in her back and telling her to do it, because then it's like she's following what they're saying, and it is what it is. Ashley don't think that Candace is scary at all, so she was like, I doubt it or whatever. So basically, it is what it is. I was just like, oh shit, there we go. We're going to shadiness. But when she threw that, and Sharice was like, oh, I'm currently going through a divorce, trying to say it like that. That was shade when she had to mention that when this girl got that big ass rock and she's getting ready to plan for her marriage, and she ain't got to worry about no alimony because she makes all the money. And also Chris said this, he said that he will sign a prenup immediately because he ain't in it for the money, baby. He love her, he loves him some Candace, okay, whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. And so now we have, what's her name? Ashley, she's out with Michael. They're riding the bikes or whatever. She's talking about she doesn't like to ride the bike because she doesn't want to lose her little bump. And he said, well, you're going to have to ride forever because it's going to take a lot for you to lose that rump that you have. So basically, they sit down and have a conversation, and it's really geared towards the mom. Basically, he wants her to cut off her mom ASAP, and she's not ready to cut off her mom. She's not ready to cut her off. And Michael said, well, the ultimatum is, if you don't, then I'm leaving. Because basically, Ashley's saying that there are some consequences my mom should face, but Michael's asking her, what are the consequences? And Ashley was like, well, I don't really know. I haven't got to that part yet. I'm getting here. And Mike was like, I don't think you're really going to do anything. And so, what I appreciate about Ashley, even though she's mad shady and she runs her mouth, she said that, look how you want me to change. You want me to change right away. You want me to cut my mom off right away. You want me to do all this right away. How can I expect my mom my mom change right away? Look, I can't even cut this behavior. Is a long behavior. That's a learned behavior that I've been doing my whole life. Now he just want me to cut it off, and then I got to immediately force my mother to cut off her behavior, or I can't help her. So she's rationalizing that it's hard for her to do it. It has to be harder too as well for her mom to do it, and then she can't satisfy her husband because she's not strong enough to just say, hey, yo, mom, I'm gonna cut you off. Because then she gave an example, like she would talk like, if I'm eating, everybody's eating, and sometimes that's how you go broke and you don't make it. And Michael's family was basically everybody be self-sufficient, and they have their own money, but they probably had a different lifestyle. They had more opportunity and probably had more money, and it's different for someone growing up in middle class or upper class echelon than someone growing up in poverty and then pulling themselves all the way up to as well, when you have less opportunities, less things for you to learn so you can compete. Because if you're going to these schools that are not accredited or not good schools and things like that, and you're not eating well, it's going to be hard for you to compete with someone that's going to the top private school or going to the top middle school or the school that has the highest score in the state, and your school has the lowest score. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for you to compete with people that are learning more things and faster than you, because they have more opportunity and they have more access to things to help them increase their learning fast, and tutors and stuff and all that other stuff. So anyways, she did the comparison. So right now her husband Michael said, well, I don't think you're going to do it. I don't think you're going to do it. So Ashley was like, well, if you don't think I'm going to do it, you don't have faith in me, then why are we doing this shit anyway? Why are we acting like we want to get back together if you think I'm not going to change, if I'm not going to be different? Like, you should have some type of faith in me or whatever. She's using the same behavior that her mom uses towards her. So anyways, Ashley's going to have to come up with something. Maybe she should gradually cut her mother off, but in due time, make sure there's some things in place first. Give them the opportunity. Hey, you can work at the restaurant. Your boyfriend can work at the restaurant or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, she's going to have to work that out. And I don't know how she's going to be able to do that, because she's going to feel more guilty when she cuts her mom off. Maybe or maybe not. I don't know how she's gonna finagle that. And Michael feels some type of way because he was like, yo, you're so forgiving, and you're harder on me than you are to your mom. So is that a little bit of jealousy, or he just wants her to pound her mother? Some girls are close to their mothers, even though their mothers are not the greatest. People love their parents that are the worst sometimes. So even though it is what it is. So anyways, moving on from that, I'm just like, damn, Ashley, you're gonna have to make some decisions. And make sure your prenup is legit. You're gonna have to start siphoning your mom some money somewhere. Get her a job at your restaurant. Have your sister start working at your restaurant. Bring some income into that house or whatever. So anyways, you don't have to, but it'll be a nice choice. So it is what it is. So basically, um, Ashley's back is up against the wall with that situation. It really is up against the wall because, like I said, if her husband was cheating on Grindr, then she don't gotta cut off her mother. Especially if Ashley don't know about it. So it seems like next episode is gonna be the shit. We're gonna see all the drama unfold next episode. So it is what it is. So anyways, now you got the girls. They going out and it's Ashley, Candace, and Monique. They actually chilling, having lunch, having a good time, whatever, doing their thing, whatever. So Ashley ends up, not Ashley, but Monique ends up getting into an accident. She falls asleep. Candace goes home. Ashley and Monique continue to go hang out and drink. And basically, Monique said it herself that she was drinking. She was hanging out earlier. Then she went to lunch. Then she had some drinks. She was driving home. She kind of like had a long blink, like fell asleep at the wheel. She hit a little tree. It woke her up, and she almost hit a big tree. So the car is gonna need to be fixed. It's like 10 grand to fix. Monique is saying she only had 2 drinks. Ashley's telling everybody she had 3 to 4 drinks. She's had way more drinks. She was drinking. And so now we see this episode. Everybody's noticing what Monique is doing, how much she's drinking. Even before they left to go to the retreat, her husband Chris was telling Monique not to get drunk. Don't be getting messed up. Don't be drinking. Basically, she gets right on that bus and she downs that whole bottle. So it is what it is. So now they're gonna be pointing out that Monique got a drinking problem now. Monique could be going through something because she did just have a miscarriage. So maybe the alcohol is making her feel better, or maybe she's just releasing a lot of energy and she's having a good time. But they're gonna make it seem like she's a drunk. But if she's lucky she didn't get a DUI. She's on TV talking about I had 2 drinks, I was tired, I fell asleep at the wheel. And Ashley's in the background like, no, she had a bunch of drinks. Don't do nothing with Ashley because you're going to jail. Don't do nothing with her around. So anyways, it is what it is. And so, Monique is going around saying she had 3 to 4 drinks. It is what it is. So basically everybody's on the bus. They're getting ready to go to the retreat. Ashley had to mention something about a trailer park, her living on 18 acres on a trailer and going to this retreat, whatever. Gazelle got to jump in. It was like because Ashley said it was the most happiest time in her life when she could remember about her grandparents. Giselle was like, you remember a trailer park? That's your most happy time, a trailer park? Giselle acting like she's Mrs. Don Juan of the industry when she used to be a dancer. So, and they wasn't making that much money back then. I don't know, but it's just like, damn, like, so what? So what? So anyways, Karen's and Ashley, look, she said trailer. So anyways, they keep going and then boom, Monique starts to drama about them talking about her, Sharice talking about, Ashley asking her if her mom brought her ring, you know what I mean? Because that was the last argument Sharice and, Ashley had or whatever about the ring situation when Ashley said, oh, did your mom buy your ring? So basically, Sharice saying that she was only joking. She wasn't serious about that later on in the episode. But basically, she started laughing, and then Giselle was like, yeah, that's what everybody wants to know. People want to know them questions. You saying your mom buys everything or whatever. And so then that's when, Candace was like, oh, that was a shady bitch moment. That was a shady bitch moment or whatever. And basically, she was like, what are you talking about, shady bitch moment? So you calling me a bitch? So you calling me out on my name? That's what you saying? She was like, I ain't got time for this child. I ain't got time to deal with this child. She was like, oh, child? I don't got time to deal with old folks. I ain't got time to deal with old people. And so then, Sharice calls her a child, a kid, a little girl, and so that's when she's saying that back and forth, and so then that's when every time Sharice refers to Candace as a child or a kid or little girl, that's when, Candace jump in and say old woman, grandmama, and all that other stuff. Because basically she's combating what she's disrespecting her because she's young. So Candace is disrespecting her because she's older. So basically they're disrespecting each other for no reason at all. And basically, Giselle was talking the most shit at first, but she couldn't hear Giselle because she was so focused on Charisse. And Charisse was like, I wasn't trying to, I just said what I said. It was just a question or whatever. So then they go back and forth. Then Monique gets in the middle. Monique gets up, almost trip and fall. They realize she drunk the whole bottle. So everybody's looking at Monique, talking about Monique drunk that whole bottle. And so now they're making Monique look like she's a drunk. So anyways, that situation with Charisse and, Gazelle are going to still go at Candace because Candace is running her mouth and telling her business. Candace wants them to respond, but she doesn't want them to respond shady. She can't tell her business and then tell the people how to respond to her business. Either she tell her business and be happy with it and defend herself and be like, hey, whatever you saying, don't let it be so big about it. Don't let it be so tough. Don't let it make it seem like it's making her sweat or it's making her nervous. Like she said, hey, listen, my mom's paying for this. Yes, and that's it. I'm from a rich family. This is how we rich people do it or whatever. Like she don't have to take it so personal. Well, he could have, when they was talking about the ring, instead of saying, oh, did my mom buy the ring? Nah, my husband, he got that money too. He got that good kush and he got that good, she could have just said so many different things to throw it off like, hey, it ain't no sweat off my tears. But once you let these women know something bother you, they're gonna keep up with it. So they're gonna keep throwing up that her mom pays for stuff, which in turn they wish their mom paid for things for them. So anyways, they get to the dinner table, and then that's when, Charisse and, Candace kind of go back and forth a little bit. And basically, that's when Giselle jumps in, was like, yo, I think you owe her an apology or whatever. And Ashley was like, no, she don't got to apologize. You guys do the same thing too. And so, Giselle was like, she was disrespectful. She was rude. I don't even know who she is. I don't know where she came from. And she disrespecting her age and all this other stuff. And so that's when Candace was like, well, she disrespected me. She called me a child. She called me a girl. And I said she was being shady, and she was. And she was like, I'm not apologizing or whatever. And so then Giselle and, Candace go back and forth. Gazelle's saying that, her mom pays for everything and all that other stuff, that she's rude and she don't know who she is and where she came from. And first of all, Charisse is put us all together. If you're going to disrespect anybody, don't pick Charisse to disrespect. Basically, that's where Gazelle's coming from. And so Candace is like, well, no, I'm disrespecting anybody that disrespect me. And so what if my mom pays for stuff? Men pay for y'all stuff. Y'all collecting a check. Y'all was on your back and got your money. That's who helped you up. That's what got you through. Right now you just started your business. You're going through a divorce right now trying to get alimony, Charisse. So basically Candace is throwing it back out there. And she was like, you done laid on your back. And so, what's her name? Gazelle was like, F you, shut the F up, whatever. And so then Candace said, you shut the F up. So it's going in. So, I'm just like, okay, Candace, make sure you stay strong, because you're going to probably be fighting this war by yourself. Ashley might appear here and there, but, Monique is going to be with Charisse. So now, and so anyways, when they was in the car talking, I don't even know why the other girls were talking about, Gazelle. I don't even know why Candace was talking about Gazelle with Robin in the car, because Robin's going to go back and tell Gazelle and tell, and tell Charisse everything they said, because Candace was like, I'm not apologizing. It was rude, and it was rude for, what Gazelle did and what she said or whatever, and I tell it to her face. And so then that's when, Robin's looking, I can't wait to tell this information. You got, Ashley running out in the car pissing. You got Karen talking to Charisse, and, Gazelle saying, what we going to do with Candace? And Giselle was like, she's going to apologize. I hope she don't apologize. If they can throw it, they should be able to catch it. Because like she said, you guys were throwing stuff. You was throwing stones, making fun of me or whatever, because I was being honest with you and I was being real, and I ain't trying to cover it up. I'm not trying to say I own this fabulous business, I'm doing this. I'm saying my mom helps me, she supports me, I'm being real, I'm not faking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it. So anyways, it is what it is. We'll see next episode. Peace. I'm out. One love.